Ladies and gentlemen, the South Carroll High School class of 2025. The class of 2025 welcomes you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Christina Doherty, proud principal of South Carroll High School. Welcome to the 58th annual graduation ceremony. I want to thank Senior Class Advisor, Ms. Morgan Layer, as well as the entire graduation committee for their efforts in organizing this ceremony, as well as the graduation week activities. To begin this afternoon's ceremony, we will honor our nation by joining select members of the South Carroll High School Chorus in singing the national anthem. Following the anthem, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by National Honor Society President Isabella Mosco, and a moment of silence in honor of all who cannot be with us today. Please rise and remove your hats.
Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you to our band and chorus members. We are fortunate to have several special guests honoring us with their presence this afternoon. On behalf of the South Carroll High School community, I want to thank them for their continued support of our students of Carroll County. Please hold your applause until the end. When I call your name, please stand. On our stage or seated with the graduates, Superintendent Dr. Cynthia McCabe. Director of High Schools, Mr. Eric King. President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Tara Battaglia. Board Member, Dr. Patricia Dorsey. Board Member, Dr. Greg Malveaux. Board Member, Mr. Steve Whistler. Board Member, Ms. Kristen Zimmer. Commissioner, Mr. Michael Guerin. Delegate, Mr. Eric Boucher. Mayor of Mount Airy, Mr. Larry Hushauer. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Kimberly Stem. Assistant Principal, Ms. Christy Kennedy. Principal of the Carroll County Career and Technology Center, Mr. Tom Riddle. Former Assistant Principal of South Carroll and current Francis Scott Key High School Principal, Mr. David Herman. And the officers of the class of 2025. A round of applause, please. In addition, on stage are faculty members from the South Carroll High School community. These faculty members have been instrumental in the success of our graduates. In addition to those who have processed with our seniors, there are many who are actively working behind the scenes during this afternoon's ceremony. Would physics teacher Mr. Gary Foote please stand? Mr. Foote is retiring from South Carroll High School after teaching for 34 years. Mr. Foote. Also, would any South Carroll High School faculty or staff member please stand at this time to be recognized? Thank you for being here with us today to help honor and celebrate our graduates. To highlight some of the class accomplishments, I would like to introduce Ms. Christy Kennedy and Mrs. Kimberly Stem, our assistant principals.
The members of the class of 2025 have made significant contributions to South Carroll's success. The class of 2025 was offered approximately $6.9 million in scholarship money. The class has also committed over 29,566 service learning hours to our school and community. 77% of our senior class has chosen to continue their education at a 2- or 4-year institution of higher learning. 6% of the class have chosen to enter a trade technical school or are entering an apprenticeship. 7% will enter the workforce. 6% of students will be entering the military, with students joining the Air Force, Air National Guard, Army, Coast Guard, Marines, and Navy. One graduate will be attending the United States Military Academy at West Point. At this time, would our graduates planning to enter the military please stand to be recognized? And would any member of our audience who have served or are currently serving our nation please stand to join them? Thank you for your service, past, present, and future.
The Cavaliers had another outstanding year in athletics. South Carroll brought home state championships in golf, wrestling, cheerleading, and girls lacrosse, continuing the excellence across multiple programs. South Carroll was crowned Carroll County Athletic League champions in volleyball, wrestling, and softball, showcasing the depth and strength of our athletic programs across all seasons. Would the senior members of these teams please stand to be recognized? Please be seated.
The Governor of Maryland's Merit Scholastic Award is given to students who are in the top 5% of the graduating class based on their weighted GPA. The following students have achieved this honor. Students, please stand when you hear your name. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Caleb Evans, Jelaine Maddie, Owen Miller, Matthew Murphy, Nicholas Murphy, Jonah Octon, Colin Famdo, Oluwateniola Taiwo, and Michael Valerio. Congratulations.
Please be seated. You may follow along in your program for the next accomplishments. The President's Award for Educational Excellence is given to graduates who have at least a 3.5 weighted GPA, plus scoring in the 90th percentile on either the math or evidence-based reading and writing sections of the SAT or ACT. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated.
Cecilia Hadsall will be graduating concurrently with an associate's degree. Please stand to be recognized. seated.
The AP Capstone Diploma is awarded to students who earn scores of 3 or higher in both capstone courses, AP Seminar and AP Research. Camelia Gable, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Students who have studied and attained a high level of proficiency in 2 or more languages are awarded the seal of biliteracy. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated.
The National Merit Scholarship Program is an annual academic competition among high school students for recognition and college undergraduate scholarships. United States high school students enter the National Merit Scholarship Program by taking the preliminary SAT, which serves as an initial screen of over 1.3 million entrants each year. Owen Miller and William Reiselman, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Graduates of distinction earn this recognition by achieving honor roll 12 times while in high school. They're wearing gold cords. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated.
Pagma Dutham and Bader joined our school community this year from Mongolia. Thank you for sharing new perspectives, cultural richness, and spirit of curiosity to our school community. Please stand to be recognized. We wish you the best as you return home to complete your senior year, Pam.
The Apprenticeship Maryland program recognizes students whose program of CTE coursework allowed them to work and learn as an apprentice. Students completed 1 year of related classroom instruction and at least 450 hours of mentored on-the-job work experience. Graduates who have completed the apprenticeship program will be wearing a black, red, and yellow cord. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
South Carroll Career and Technology completers are students who take a concentrated course of studies in one of 5 different areas at South Carroll or a regionalized program. These students also took part in an internship or completed a capstone project as part of their completer program. Graduates who participated in a completer program are recognized by wearing cords associated with their program. Please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Students who completed an internship through the Career Connections program not only focused their efforts on a career completer or major, but also put their learning into action in a community business or organization. Students will be wearing a medallion. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
South Carroll also has students who earn Career and Technology Program certificates at the Carroll County Career and Technology Center. These students took a concentrated course of study in one of 21 different areas. Graduates who participated in one of these completers wear a gray and black cord. Will graduates from Career and Tech please stand to be recognized? Please be seated.
A certificate of meritorious service in recognition of exemplary service is given to students who have earned at least 300 service learning hours. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated.
Members of the National Honor Society are selected for their achievement in academics, leadership, and service. These students are recognized by wearing light blue stoles. Senior officers are recognized by wearing white stoles. Would the members of NHS please stand to be recognized? Congratulations.
Members of the German National Honor Society are selected by their achievements in German, completing at least 3 years and showing proficiency in the language. Members are recognized by a black, gold, and red cord. Please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
The International Thespian Society is comprised of students who have served at least 100 hours in theater productions during their high school career. These students are recognized by wearing a white stole. Please stand to be recognized. Please be seated.
Students are recognized by the National Arts Society for having a B or higher in all their art courses, as well as performing community service projects. These students are recognized by wearing a rainbow cord. Please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Students in the National Junior Classic League Latin Honor Society must maintain an A average in an advanced Latin course, be an active member of Latin Club, and exemplify good character. Graduates are recognized by wearing a blue and gold cord. Please stand to be recognized. Please be seated.
Rho Kappa is our Social Studies Honor Society. These students must have an overall GPA above 3.0, a Social Studies GPA over 3.0, and have completed at least 5 Social Studies classes. These graduates are wearing a blue and white cord. Graduates, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated.
The Science National Honor Society students must maintain a 3.0 GPA in all their science classes, have teacher recommendations, and express their desire to continue to learn about science. Graduates are recognized by wearing a purple, green, and gold cord. Would the members of the Science National Honor Society please stand to be recognized? Congratulations.
Members of the Tri-M Honor Society are selected for the academic and musical achievements. These students are recognized by wearing medallions. Students, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Several students in the class of 2025 have shown their commitment to learning by earning straight A's for every course they were enrolled in during high school. Graduates, if you earned all A's for your entire high school career, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Kennedy and Ms. Stem, for your many hours of dedication you have given these seniors. To you, the parents and guardians of our seniors, congratulations. You have done a great job. You have taken care of your children, guided them, and most of all, you have loved them. Thank you for your time and your attention and many sacrifices you have made over the years so that our graduates could have a great school experience in and out of the classroom. At this time, I would ask that the parents and guardians of our graduates please stand to be recognized. Thank you, parents. Today, our graduates will become members of a large and distinguished family, the alumni of South Carroll High School, as this growing group of 58 years continues to reach excellence and continues to have an impact as proud alumni. This new group of graduates will be proud to be part of the ever-growing group. I would like any person who is alumni of South Carroll High School to please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you, alumni. Now I would like to introduce the South Carroll Vocal Ensemble, who will be singing In My Life under the direction of Mr. Robert O'Neill. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill, and the members of the chorus. Now it is time for our student presentation. South Carroll High School appreciates the leadership and the service of our class officers. They have shown much leadership to our class and school. We will have two student speakers this afternoon, President of the Class of 2025, Michael Valerio, and Class Historian, Marissa Ossinger.
It's going to be a very difficult performance to follow, but I'll do my best. Good afternoon, family, friends, and members of the senior class. My name is Michael Valerio, and I'm the president of the class of 2025. After my fourth and final year serving the position, I cannot express enough gratitude for the incredible opportunity that I have been given to represent such an incredible group of peers for the entirety of our time at South Carroll. Throughout the last 4 years, we have not only grown as individuals, but as a community, spending time in class together, playing sports together, or serving in extracurriculars together has given us an identity unlike any other class that has passed through South Carroll. Though you may not realize it, you sit among state champions, AP and National Merit Scholars, all county band members, robotics club champions, collegiate athletes, Skills USA champions, FBLA medalists, academic and varsity letter earners, and more. I think we can all agree that that is very, very impressive. As for my personal journey, I have learned far too many lessons to fit into this short speech. Though I may not be able to quite communicate everything that passed through my mind when writing it, there are a few things that I find particularly important. The last 4 years together have molded us into how we see ourselves individually today. No matter what you may remember, whether it be celebrating with your teammates after winning a big game, stressing about a particularly difficult assignment, or hanging out with your friends during the little downtime that you had, all of it has led to this point. You sit here today a completely different person than who you were when you first stepped foot into South Carroll. If I had told my freshman self that I would be where I am today, I don't think that I would believe me. That thought led me to the question that I would like to pose to all of you today. When you think about where you would like to be in the next 4 years, what do you envision? Despite going in different directions after we leave South Carroll, we have one common goal: to become the best versions of ourselves. Accomplishing this goal can only be done if we apply ourselves accordingly. Be unafraid to take the next step and try something beyond your horizons. Believe that the skills that you have been given will give you the means to accomplish anything that you set your mind to. I hope that every one of you accomplishes something that you're proud of, something that you worked hard to achieve, and most of all, something that will make you look back and truly appreciate how your time here around this group of students has led you to that point. I have the utmost faith that this class can do truly incredible things. I implore that no matter what you choose to do in this next part of your lives, do it without reservation. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, and when you do, use them to learn and grow. Put your heart into all that you do, and know that in the end, it will all be worthwhile. Fellow graduates, I stand before you humbled, not just because of the pleasure it has been to represent so many great peers, but because I consider myself to be fortunate to have been in your company the past 4 years, and many of you longer. Remember that you have been given the great privilege of being a part of this group, and that neither success nor failure is ever final. To the class of 2025, once again, congratulations. To the staff and administration of South Carroll High School, thank you for providing us with the opportunities and resources that we have been given in the past 4 years. And lastly, to the families and friends present today, we thank you for your unwavering support in our journeys through our young lives and continued support as we move forward into the great unknown of adulthood. Thank you all. It has been a true pleasure to serve each and every one of you.
Good afternoon, students, administration, esteemed faculty, family, and friends. For those who do not know me, my name is Marissa Ossinger, and I serve on the 2025 class board as historian. Today commemorates a journey. This is so much more than a ceremony. It is a culmination of memories, experiences, and opportunities. A time where we finally get to step back, take a deep breath, and say, we did it. However, this moment is not solely ours to enjoy. Every single guest sitting in here has had a vital impact on our lives, as we have eagerly awaited this day. So, before we look forward to our next steps, let us look back. And even more importantly, look around. Seriously, look. Those who have poured their heart into helping us get to this point, they deserve to be seen, appreciated, and celebrated beyond measure. 4 years 36 months, 720 days, and 5,040 hours. This is the estimated amount of time that our teachers have spent with us, preparing, mentoring, and educating. Faculty, teachers, coaches, administration, counselors, there are no words I could say to express our collective gratitude. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, energy, an overwhelming amount of time, and even sometimes your last nerve. You didn't just teach a class or a subject. You taught us how to be thoughtful, reasonable, and considerate humans. You taught us that sometimes failing isn't always a negative thing. You challenged us because you saw the potential and knew we could rise to the occasion. You treated us with unconditional kindness, tenderness, and empathy as we strived to do our best. You saw and valued us as the leaders and the dreamers of the next generation. For all those gifts, we are forever grateful. And even when we struggled, and believe me, we struggled a lot, you reminded us that everyone's path is different and success is not a one-size-fits-all. You were patient when we were stubborn and kind when we were discouraged. That isn't just teaching, that's transforming. Thank you for transforming our lives. To our friends, thank you for making this experience humorous, joyful, and more importantly, bearable. When the classwork, clubs, and grades felt too heavy, you were the ones who reminded us the importance of taking breaks, laughing it off, and persevering through all challenges. Whether it was venting about that one impossible class, staying up all night together to study for an exam, or serving as moral support, you made every moment significant. True friendship in high school meant being real with one another, calling others out, pulling each other out of academic or personal slumps, and especially lifting each other up. Thank you, friends, for being a meaningful part of our story this far. To our families, whether blood choice or heart, thank you. Thank you for dealing graciously with the late nights and early mornings, for dedicating your time to sit with us at the kitchen table when we couldn't quite understand an algebra problem, and for making unnoticed sacrifices we haven't yet begun to understand. The moments of encouragement from you that helped us thrive. Cheering the loudest you could in the stands or auditorium seats, having difficult conversations with us, and most importantly, making us feel that we could do anything, especially when we weren't sure ourselves. To the parents, siblings, grandparents, and others who maintained familial roles, your love and reassurance are the driving forces for our success. Today, we may stand before you as the one with the shiny medals, the colorful cords, oversized cap, and classic gown, but this diploma, this moment, and the pride we feel when walking across this stage is shared with you. Parents, I'm guessing you're proud beyond measure and maybe a little scared. I'm sure the thought of your child going on a new adventure, leaving what they've known for the past 17 years, can be overwhelming. It's possible that when given independence, we might not know what to do with it. Our whole lives, you've been able to catch us when we fall and pick us back up again. You likely have fears of doing enough. Watching us go, you might wonder if you prepared and taught us enough to thrive. Well, I'm here to tell you, you absolutely did. Let me offer something that my parents often say when I'm uncertain. Something simple, but powerful. You are ready. Grads, we are ready. We are ready. Not because we know all the answers, but because we've been taught how to ask the right questions. We are ready, not because the world is perfect, but because we have a strong will and an attitude that will help us shape it. We are ready, not because universities, trade schools, the military, or the workforce will be a breeze, but because we have a solid foundation and work ethic. To my fellow graduates, your family, friends, and the faculty here are proud of you. This is a big moment for us. Let's continue to lift each other up, to exude generosity towards one another, and to push ourselves to never stop being curious enough to learn new things. Thank you to everyone here who made this long-awaited moment possible. You were the light of guidance for us all. This is not a goodbye. This is the commencement of something remarkable. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go make something incredible.
Thank you, you, Marissa and Michael, for your words. It is with great pride that I address the class of 2025. It has been a pleasure to get to know you all over the last 4 years. I believe strongly that the senior class sets the tone for the school year, for the building, and for the student body. The class of 2025 has set the bar high. You have shown great leadership, school spirit, and support of each other. Together, you have persevered. I remember being with you in your freshman homecoming dance when we set up on the side loading dock of the school. Very memorable. You were coming back and learning to socialize, how to get along with one another after a long time at home and separate from each other. Through learning the daily life of your rigorous classes, learning to navigate the new places with dual enrollment, the world of work, career and tech, scholarships, and career planning. May you smile about your memories of South Carroll and the people who inspired you. Over the last few days, many of you have received awards, scholarships, and recognition for your achievements in the classroom, on the playing field, on the court, on the stage, and in the community. Several of you are quietly leaving us and gaining admittance to college or universities of your choice, or with a career and tech certification that has you set for a path to a great career. Regardless of your path, the foundation you have built here will provide you with the opportunity to be very successful. Remember to thank those near and dear to you, you know, the ones you gave the 10 tickets to. On behalf of the staff of South Carroll High School, I thank you for your contributions to the school and community. I think your class advisor, Ms. Morgan Layer, said it well when we watched you practice last week. She said, "You have made it easy for us." We look forward to hearing about your future successes. I wish you all the good health, happiness, and prosperity as you take your next steps in your lives. Congratulations and thank you, class of 2025. Our next speaker is our system leader. She develops the framework for our district to be successful for students. It is my pleasure to welcome the Superintendent of Carroll County Public Schools, Dr. Cynthia McCabe.
Okay, here we go. Will the graduates please stand? It is with great pleasure and pride that I officially present the graduating class of 2025 of South Carroll High School for the awarding of diplomas. The members of the Board of Education of Carroll County, the principal of South Carroll High School, Christina Doherty, and I certify that these graduates have successfully completed all the requirements for a Maryland high school diploma or certificate. Congratulations to each of you. Graduates, please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. McCabe. Students and parents have been waiting for 13 years to hear their name called and to watch them cross the stage to receive their diploma. Each student deserves their time on the stage and for their name to be heard. Therefore, the seniors respectfully request the audience to respond in an appropriate and dignified manner. I invite the parents and families of our graduates to stand to be recognized when your graduate is introduced. At this time, the Board of Education members will make the diploma presentation. I will call our class officers first, then the officers will call the rest of the class. Michael Joseph Valerio. Isabella Gail Moscow. William Kennedy Kraus. Marissa May Ossinger. Kyle Mark Del Regno. Caleb Matthew Evans.
Ramez Fadi Abu Shaban. Hernando Aguirre III. Natalia Alexandra Alvarez. Kevin Michael Avery. Claire Jane Babcock. Taylor Jade Bailey. Carter Joseph Barrett. Addison Jera Bartolane. John Michael Bell, Jr. Taylor Rose Berger. Sophia Marie Blanchard. Daniel Lee Blevins. Haley Elizabeth Bohr. Kaylin Marie Boyer. Ella Ann Boyce. Jordan Bella Broccolente. Callie Louise Brandon. Kyle Andrew Brister. Nicole Elizabeth Brosini. Bailey Marie Burke. Dante Guy Cappuccino. Patrick Joseph Carl. Benjamin Michael Carter. Jacob Joseph Cash. Kelvin Adrian Castaneda Hernandez. Abigail Shea Centeno. Yulia Kyun-un Chang. Eder Alexander Sai Coelho Leones. Mackenzie Christine Collins. Max Davis Curtis Cherry. Alexander Joseph DeFabio. Callie Ryan Delahunte. Natalia Neve Delgado. Hunter Edward Delozier. Travis James Dower. Braden Allen Dubert. Jeremiah Paul Dupre. Rachel Terrin Egan. Pagina Enkbatar. Peyton Harrison Erb. Rashid Mashrabovich Eshbayev.
Lily Carmela Farina. Harrison Jacob Feinstein. Walker James Fobel. Haley Gabriella Frazier. Garrett Nicholas Frost. Camelia Alice Gable. Reagan Patricia Gallagher. Samuel Gregory Gapin. Lester Lisandro Garcia Cushil. Gregory Paul Gick. Alexander William Jaguar. Sean Michael Gillis. Mackenzie Alexis Gladhill. Patrick Coldo Govier. James Melvin Graham V. Michael August Graybill. Ryder Harrington Green. Brady Francis Green. Russell Martin Griffin. Abigail Louise Guerin. Cecilia Ruth Hadsel. Gabriella Nicole Hannell. Jordan Marcus Hansen. Talon Ray Harden. Lucy Ann Harrigan. Charlotte Sophia Harrigan. Caroline Ann Hart. Kyle Lance Hastings. Shelby Madison Henneberry. Adriana Hernandez. Edwin Saul Hernandez Cabrera. David Gabriel Higdon. Benjamin Foster Hett. Jason James Hicks. Sean Vincent Hobbs. Joseph Wade House II. Nathan Dale Houston. Cannon Davis Hunter. Cooper Parr Hurley.
Abigail Reese James. Olivia Ray Jenkins. Henry Franklin Jett. Philomena Kamel. Jordan Alexandra Katz. Peyton Ray Kadzierski. Sullivan Charles Kennedy. Michael Edward King. Eli Taylor Knight. Ryder Joseph Kolakowski. Irina Volodymyrivna Kovalenko. Riley Carson Lafferty. Benjamin Jacob Lanning. Regan Marie Lance. Taylor Nicole Lance. Tessa Juliet Larson. Salvatore Edward Lavelle. Hannah Sue Leak. Luke Rohan D'Souza Lipes. Sienna Louise Lewis. Audrey Jane Lillycrop. Santana Gibbs Loaiza. Chase Jonathan Loden. Matthew Steele Long. Kaylin Sierra Lopes. Mackenzie Ann Lucia. Jack Machado. Angelo Jalen Marchani. Savannah Ashley Martin. Jessie Adelia Martindale. Carlos Steven Martinez Alfaro. Jelaine Elizabeth Maddie. Christopher Eugene Main. Isabella Angelique McMahon. Anna Caroline Crescencio Mendez. Annabelle Maria Mendez Garza. Cynthia Mendoza Victoriano. Matthew Xavier Meneses. Logan Brooks Michael. Savannah Ayana Middlebrook. Leah Elizabeth Miller. Owen Michael Miller.
Logan Michael Moore. Marcos Alexander Morales Cerrone. Sydney Aaron Mossman. Matthew Thomas Murphy. Nicholas James Murphy. Grayson Scott North. Kenneth Jefferson Novak. Jonah Michael Otkin. Leonidas Gudiel Ortiz Soto. Dylan David Oswald. Gavin Joseph Ott. Evan Scott Owen. Ashley Giselle Palacios. Gabriella Elizabeth Parker. Colin Edward Fimdell. Evalia Jane Pitolo. Cameron David Blogg. Caleb Amon Powell. Jeffrey Dominic Price. Micah Jacob Puckett. Sophia Grace Puglisi. Parker Jacob Reeser. Harley Acacia Rhodes. Leah May Ridgely. William Allen Rieselman. Braden Francis Rock. Alexander Manuel Rodriguez. Maria Lise Rodriguez Herrera. Ariana Marie Roman. Alexis Somali Ross.
Thomas Irving Ross. Kelly Salas Mendoza. Bailey Simone Schlegel. Maxwell Quinn Schultz. Scott Porter Sealfon. Jared Paul Seiler. Emmeline Christine Simmerer. Devin Perry Smith. Benson Quinn Sommerfeld. Charlotte Tracy St. Mitchell. Cutter Jared Stanton. Cal Robert Stile. Emma Marie Strelzik. Oluwateniola Opimipo Taiwo. Luke Douglas Talley. Caroline Marie Tanis. Wyatt Austin Tegler. Zoe Fien Tyord. Luke Andrew Trice. James Michael Trigger. Amanda Rose Trivet. Santi Elizabeth Umanzor. Joshua Vincent Vendemia. Nathan Seth Ward. Brooklyn Victoria Weitzel. Pia Elise Reyes White. Willow Elizabeth White. Parker Allen Joseph Wolf. Kaya Rain Wolf. Madison DeSales Wright. Braden Reed Yeager.
At the conclusion of my remarks, I ask that the audience please remain seated for the recessional and remain so until the final graduate has exited. Graduates will collect their packets and meet you outside. Would the class of 2025 please rise? We have a saying here that demonstrates you are a member of our South Carroll family for life. Alumni, help them remember, once a Cavalier, always a Cavalier. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the class of 2025.